something that we learned that still to this day, I don't really see any other companies focus on is the fact that coding is not the most important part of software development. In fact, as a company gets larger and as the number of engineers in a company grows, the amount of time that any given engineer spends on coding goes down because there's all this organizational molasses of like needing to do documentation and design reviews and meetings and approvals and code review and testing. And so the stuff that developers actually enjoy doing, namely the coding, is actually what you get to spend less time on. And then there are these companies emerging saying, hey, we're going to automate that one little thing that you sometimes get to do that you enjoy. You don't get to do that anymore. So your life as a developer is just going to be reviewing code or documenting code, which it just, I think, really misses the mark on what developers in the enterprise actually care about. And I think the reason why this happens is because a lot of these companies have, like, in their composition, best engineers in the world graduating from, the greatest schools, and they join startups. And at a startup, if you're an engineer, all you do is code. And so there's kind of this mismatch in terms of empathy of what the life of a developer is. Because, if you're a developer at one of these hot startups, yes, coding, speed that up, great. But if you're a developer at some 50,000 engineer org, coding is not your bottleneck. Your bottleneck are all these other things. And with us focusing on that full end-to-end spectrum of software development, we end up kind of hitting more closely to what developers actually want.